The book of Matthew chapter 19 and verse 26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rachah Quadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And Shalom to 140 and 4,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with another lesson. And in this regard, I want to talk about the faith to do the impossible. All right? The faith to do the impossible, because that's the mindset that we have to have in the times we're currently in. As we see things in society progressively getting worse, all right, as we see things on the decline here in America, aka Babylon the Great. And as we've been prophesying for years and years and years that this place will finally go down, it's happening. All right, they're talking about food shortages. All right, this war in Iran is ramping up. Other nations are becoming involved in this whole conflict, as prophecy states. You see, we're at the end of an age, man, and it's going to go out with violence. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is getting ready to be cast out of his power seat. That's what we're watching happen right now in front of us, man. They're getting ready to bring the beast system, all right, what they call their New World Order. All right, they're going to want everybody to have a RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, spoken of in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 on down. Revelation 20, verse 4. Revelation 16, verse 2. It's happening, man, because this is the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And like I said, we're going to have faith to believe the impossible, because it's going to take miracles for us to get out of this. All right. The majority of people don't realize how bad it's really getting ready to be out here. People here in America have never experienced famine, starvation. All right. They've seen other countries go through it, but the Americans have never experienced anything like that before. And the Lord has a target on this place, man. It's going to be the worst time in history, man. All right. We don't have a standing army to defend us. We don't have, tanks, fighter jets, nuclear missiles, so on and so forth. It's going to take a miracle. All right. And miracles are prophesied to happen, but it's only coming to those who got real faith in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Those who don't truly believe, guess what? Miracles are not going to happen for you. You're going to be left out here. All right. Because you don't believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You must understand that all things are possible through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's just the facts, man. It's truth. But the majority of people can't receive that understanding. Matter of fact, let's get a quick precept on that matter. All right, here we have the book of John, chapter 3 and verse 18. Lord Yahweh Shai speaking himself in the red letter. This is what he said. He says, he that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he have not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And he was referring to himself. All right, he's saying if you don't believe on him, then guess what? You're condemned, meaning you're going to fucking die. You understand? The Lord Yahweh Shai said that himself right here. We're reading it right here. But people don't take this Bible serious, man. The majority of people, they go to church, they sing the songs, they jump up and down, but they don't really understand what the Bible is talking about, man. This book is serious, man. All right, we're in the end of an age. We're at the end, man. We're in the last days. And you got a lot of people that don't believe, man. They're condemned already, man. Without faith, it's impossible to please the Lord, man. As it tells us in Hebrews 11 and 6. Let's get that real quick, man. Here we have it right here. You should know this one. The book of Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. You have to believe that he exists. You have to know that he exists. All right? It says, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Yes, there's a reward that comes with seeking the Lord, man. When you're trying to actually communicate with Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, all right, there's a reward that comes with that, man. You see, he begins to open up your understanding and show you different things when you're actually seeking him and not pretending. When you put up those sincere prayers, the Lord hears that, man. He sees that. You must believe that he is. The name Yahweh, all right? People don't even know what that means. That name has a meaning. The name Yahweh means he who exists. All right? He told Moses in the ancient times, he said, I am. Because when Moses asked him what his name was, he says, I am. Tell him my name is I am. Meaning I exist. I'm here. He's always existed. The Heavenly Father doesn't have a beginning and he doesn't have an end. People can't even really understand that, man. You see what I'm saying? But he is. He exists. And we know this for a fact. We wouldn't even exist if he didn't exist. We're created by him. You think we're just here randomly? Nah, somebody created us, man. His name is Yahweh. And we have access to him through the Son, Yahweh Shai. You understand? All right? But the Lord says, man, without faith, if you don't believe, then I'm not happy with you, man. You got guys out here that don't believe in miracles. Can you believe that? You got guys with fringes on. They got camps. All right? They're putting up videos online and whatnot. And they don't even believe in the angels. They don't believe in the chariots. They don't believe in the ability to heal and raise people from the dead. They don't believe in all that. So what does that make them? That makes them hypocrites. And when you don't have faith in the impossible, that makes you a hypocrite. And we all got to remind ourselves of this, man. Like I said, we're coming to a time where it's going to take miracles to make it out, man. When Esau Edom cuts off the food supply, because they're going to do that. They're going to make it to the point where if you don't have the RFID microchip, all right, which is the mark of the beast, you will not be able to go into any stores. You won't be able to buy anything. You'll be an outcast to society. So how are we going to eat? It's going to take miracles, man. And that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what's prophesied to happen in these last days, man. We're in the time where you're going to have real faith, man. And you know I had to bring this one out. Hebrews 11:1. It tells you what faith is. All right? Hebrews 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So we don't understand exactly how we're going to eat in the time we're coming into. We don't even know where we're going to be at in the thick of Jacob's trouble. The worst time this earth has ever seen, when all hell finally breaks loose. But we know one thing, that the Lord is going to provide for his elect. Those who believe in him, they're going to be able to eat while everybody else is starving to death. All right? This is what we believe, and that takes faith, man. And not everybody has faith. All right? And those who don't have faith, they're going to do what? They're going to take that RFID microchip to be destroyed. Those who are faking it and are hypocrites at heart, it's going to be made known in the time we're coming into who truly believes in the Lord and who doesn't. All right? Because it's going to get that bad out here. You're going to have to believe. You understand? We don't know how we're going to eat, but we know that we are, because the Lord tells us that we're going to eat. And the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. The Lord doesn't lie, man. As it tells you in Hebrews 6 and verse 18, Numbers 23 verse 19. All right? Matter of fact, I'm going to get Isaiah 65 and verse 13 real quick. Hold on. Check this out. Here it is right here. All right. The book of Isaiah chapter 65 and verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Who are the Lord's servants? The elect, man, starting with the prophets. And the license plate just drove by and it had 144 on it. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Bashmi Al Shai. Signs everywhere. All right. The elect are going to be able to eat in a time of starvation, when people are eating their own children, when cannibalism comes back, when people are murdering each other over the lack of bread. That's prophesied to happen. You're going to see people killing each other. You're going to see people killing their neighbors. All right, over the lack of food here very, very soon. So you're going to have faith in the time we're coming into. You're going to have to believe that Yahweh Bashmi Al Shai is going to protect you and take care of you, because that's what's written right here, man. All right, and he's not lying. You see that? So here it is right here, the highly prophetic book of 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 15 and verse 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, you see, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see, we're in the time of great tribulation. People are losing their damn minds. As prices, begin to go up more and more, gas prices are going higher and higher. You understand? It's not going to stop. But the majority of these people, they think that, things they're going to go back to normal. Don't worry, it's going to go back to normal. No, it's not, man. You understand what time we're in. It's only finna get worse and worse and worse and worse until Yahushua returns to save us, man. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. All right? They're not going to care about each other. Here it is. You got two neighbors. They've been knowing each other for years. Their kids play together and everything. You know what I'm saying? But when this happens, they're not going to care about that no more, man. All they're going to care about is how they're going to eat. You understand? When people don't have food to eat, they get very violent, man. Because they'll do anything to satisfy that hunger, including murder their own neighbors. That's what's getting ready to happen. You're going to need Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah to protect you. And it's a great thing. It's a miracle that we have those true names now in these last days. Because those names are necessary for salvation. You calling on Jesus Christ, you calling on all these other false names, it's not going to work, man. You have to have the true names of Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai. That's it and that's all. You see that? It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. What does that mean? The modern day sword is what? The gun. And everybody got them. Especially here in America. Every house has at least 2 to 3 different firearms, man, at minimum. All right? America is the most armed nation on the face of the earth. Everybody got guns. And guess what? They're going to use them on each other too. Yeah, it's going to be real ugly out here very, very soon. You're going to need the Lord. You're going to have to believe and have that real faith, man. Because without Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, we have no help. We have no protection. You understand? Okay, so this is what's coming. You're going to have real faith. All right, got to bring this one out. This is the book of 2nd Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 2 and verse 27. It says, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance. What is that talking about? That's talking about when everybody out here is losing their minds, starving to death, all right, trying to figure out how they're going to eat. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be in trouble. They're going to be in serious trouble. But us, it says we're going to be merry and have abundance, meaning we're going to be satisfied. We're going to be joyful in that time. You understand why? Because the Lord going to be providing for his people, those who believe in him and have faith in him. He's going to provide for us, man, as he's done all the time with our ancient forefathers. The prophet Elijah comes to mind. The account where he was on the run from King Ahab and Jezebel. And he was in the wilderness. He was out there in the woods, man. And guess what? The Lord still fed him, right? Imagine that. You having to be on the run and you out there in the woods. Because that could very well happen to us in the near future. As society collapses. We're not going to be in these houses forever. It's going to get to the point where we're going to be on the move, man. And we're going to have to do what? Trust in the Lord every step of the way. Elijah was fed in the wilderness. The Lord commanded the ravens, all right, to feed him, to drop him food 2 times a day. Why? Because the Lord controls everything, man. The Lord controls the minds of every living organism. He commanded those birds to feed his prophet Elijah. Why? Because Elijah believed in him, man. The Lord didn't let him die out there in the wilderness. Nah, he made sure that he ate and he drank by the brook that was next to him. So he had water and he had food, man. The Lord provided for him, man. That was a miracle. Yahweh Shai, when he was here, on 2 different occasions, we have record of him multiplying food for thousands of people. He multiplied the loaves of bread and the fish. He had that type of power. And guess what? We're coming to the time where we're going to have that same power. Watch. It's going to do what? Glorify Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. Because people are going to know that it wasn't us doing those miracles. It was the Lord that gave us power to do those miracles. When we're healing people out here, man. Raising people up from the dead. We're going to be doing those type of things, man. Spiritual power is coming. When this damn devil, when the so-called white man comes down with great wrath, all right, trying to murder us, Guess what's gonna happen? The Lord gonna raise up that standard for us, man. He gonna give his men spiritual power to defend themselves. And that time is right around the corner, man. Any day now. All right? This all comes with having that faith, man. Real faith. And here it is. The famous Isaiah 59 verse 19. All right? It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, shall lift up a standard against him. What is that talking about, man? Most people can't even understand what this is talking about. Most pastors at these damn churches don't even know what this means. This is only being given to a chosen few to understand these scriptures, man. The elect, and Lord willing, we're of that number. All right, this is talking about when the damn devil Esau, the so-called white man, passes laws, all right, to come after us. All right, the Lord is going to do what? He's going to raise up that standard. That's that spiritual power that we've been talking about. And it's all in the Bible. People say, oh, y'all believe in spiritual powers, man. That's crazy. Well, what about Samson? Did he not have spiritual power? He killed 1,000 men with the jawbone of an ass, man. That's not normal. That's not regular. Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, gave him the power to do that, man. You got to understand, man, that the Lord controls reality. We're not subject to the same laws of physics as everybody else, man. When he steps in, things happen, man. And we're in that time, man. All right? We're going to need a miracle. And I've had dreams, and so have other brothers, of spiritual power. The Lord giving us power to defend against Esau, man. Bullets not even hitting us, man. Doing no damage. I've had dreams of myself flying, taking off, calling down lightning from heaven to strike enemy combatants, man. These things are real, and Esau knows it. That's why they're so afraid of us, man, because they know that we're the Israelites, man. They know who we are, man. The elites of Esau know who we are. These regular, everyday, average, so-called white people don't really know what's going on, man. But the elites of them, they do know who we are, man. They have our records. They know that we're the sons of God, man. And that's why they're finna come with that overwhelming force, because they're afraid, man. They got robots and all type of shit they finna come with, man. All kind of secret weapons they're getting ready to use. And people don't even realize it, man. So I would really hate to be in this time that we're in and not have faith in the Lord, man. Because you're not going to make it. You see, miracles only happen for those who believe in him, man. Matter of fact, Yahushua, there's a time where people didn't believe in him. And he was, telling them that he could heal this little girl. And they laughed at him. They actually laughed at Yahushua, man. They laughed at him. And guess what he did? He kicked them out of the room. He said, get out. Why? Because they didn't believe, man. Matter of fact, let's get that account real quick and we'll wrap it up with this. So we'll wrap it up with this, man, because the point is being made, I got to head out. But I want to grab this real quick for y'all. This is the book of Luke, chapter 8. And I'm going to jump down to the point here around verse 50. Okay? Bear with me. All right? So let's see here. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 49. It says, while he yet spake, there cometh one from the ruler of the synagogue's house, saying to him, thy daughter is dead. Trouble not the master. But when Yahushua heard it, he answered him, saying, fear not, believe only, and she shall be made whole. So Yahushua said, hey, man, don't be afraid. Just believe, and she'll be healed. All right, this is what Yahushua told that man whose daughter died, right? Verse 51. And when he came into the house, he suffered no man to go in, save Peter and James and John and the father and the mother of the maiden. And all wept and bewailed her. But he said, weep not. She is not dead, but sleepeth. Now look at right here. It says, and they laughed him to scorn, knowing that she was dead. So when Yahushua told him, he said, look, man, don't cry. She's not dead. She's just sleeping. Right? They all laughed at him, man. They laughed at Yahushua. All right? Because the woman was dead, but you understand that we don't truly really die, man. All right? Because when you so-called die, you're really just sleeping. All right? But anyway, it says, verse 54, and he put them all out and took her by the hand and called, saying, maid, arise. And her spirit came again, and she arose straightway. and he commanded to give her meat. And her parents were astonished, but he charged them that they should tell no man what was done. So this is what happened, man. Those who didn't believe, he kicked them out of the room. He said, get the fuck out, pretty much. All right? And then he did the miracle. You see that? And you know that boosted the faith of those that saw that, man. You see? Yahawashi rose that little girl from the dead, man. He put her spirit back into her body. And he said, you know what? Don't tell nobody. You see, look, man, this is just another example of many examples of spiritual power. It's real, man. This world is not what people tell you it is. All right? Life is way more complicated than they tell you, man. There's things that are going on that science can't explain. You understand? And we're going to have to believe on the power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, in the time we're coming into. Because it's going to take miracles like this to make it and survive, man. So you got to believe, man. We're going to have to believe on a higher level. Believe that Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, is with you wherever you go. No matter what situation you find yourself in, you always do what? You call on Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi. And you wait for him, man. You wait for that deliverance. You wait for that miracle, because it's going to happen. We're in that time, man. So, point has been made. I don't want to make this too long, man. Just a quick lesson through the spirit. It's been on my mind as of lately, man. And the elders have been saying this as well. Hey, we're going to have to believe on an even higher level. Believe in the miracles. All right? Because it's real. So with that being said, I'm going to end it right there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. And Kwam Yasharala in a Bible bar. Shalom to the elect.